Thank you guys for all being here. Let's see if I actually remember the mute on my YouTube in the background. We're going to see it's a little bit of delay here, so I got to kind of drone on a little bit. Yes, the mute is on, so Hobo, Kent, fuck you. There you go. All right, guys. Today we have a couple guys here, not YouTubers, so we're kind of throwing it out a little bit. Excuse me. We have Joe and Mike from the Smoke Break BBQ Club. Did I say that right? Smoke Break BBQ Club. There you go.
You got it.
Facebook channel. So, guys, I put the link to the Facebook group down below, so hit show more. I know a lot of you guys are on Facebook, so so make sure you guys join in there. If any one of the moderators want to copy it and paste it in the chat, I really appreciate it. Let's see here, guys. We've got plenty of our moderators in the chat. I'm seeing Hobo in there. He's already, being positive and making a difference in the world out there. So welcome, Hobo. Keith Bettag is always keeping score. We got 34 in the chat right now. See here, Alton. Excuse me, the Dawgfatha barbecues in there. Miss Boog's in there. Josh and Babe are here. See here, Dan from SmokeyGoodness barbecue is in the house. Smoking Joe's Pit BBQ. I wouldn't even eat your ass with Kent's mouth, Hobo. No one knows where that thing's been. Let's see here. I think I caught up all the moderators. Let's see here. Scott from Backwoods Gourmet's in there. Mr. Tom Horseman, how you doing, sir? Canadian Jim. Todd from Dad Incredible's in there. Russell's in there. Larry Shepard, get on with it. Yeah, all right. Bruce from Food for Men, how you doing? Jim EQ, Tom's Food Factory. Johnny Maggs is in the house. Okay, my work here is done. All right, take care. Big Cat 305, Northeast Beast LaFoe, Russell Cooks. Never trust the skinny chef, Shane. I think that's it. Eastwood Farms, Kris, how you doing? I think that's it. Lewis, LT, R Shack Barbecue, how you doing, brother? All right, guys. Kent, you want to say hi to the people?
Nope.
Nope.
Sure. All right. Oh, sorry. I just want to say hi to my favorite asshole in Ohio. Hi, Hobo.
There he is. Oh, T-Roy Cooks, the godfather of YouTube Cooks, is in the house. How you doing, T-Roy? Son of the Pizza Man, Enzo's in there. Rita Cruz, how are you doing? Welcome, everybody. Excuse me, sorry. Uncle Steve Shake is in the house.
Cool.
Uncle Steve Shake, right there. Oh, right there. There's your product, Steve. You're on the board. All right. Who else have I missed? Tom Horseman, I think I said hi to you. Where's Babe at, Josh? Kris from Blind Grilling, how you doing? Blevin's in the house. What's going on? Jacqueline and Dad. I think that kind of caught it right. Oh, Dave's Ohio Barbecue and more. Howdy, howdy. All right. Kent, are you ready to say hi to the people yet?
Yeah, I suppose.
All right, speak up a little bit. I can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry, bud. I was standing back. So welcome, everybody. This should be a little bit different show tonight. Should be a good time with these two. And I think there's some beard envy already in the chat, to be honest with you.
There's probably some beard envy in there for sure. I need to start working on mine like right now. I can't get it growing out fast enough.
I'm working on no shave November and September.
There you go. All right, guys. Kent, you got a super shot prize for the masses?
I don't know. Next week, everybody save up for next week because I don't have to work Friday, and we're gonna get CJ hammered. Just so you know. So we're gonna hang on that $20 price point tonight, CJ.
All right, I dig it. $20 or closest thing to it will get you a super shot and a shout out. As always, super shots are never expected, but always appreciated. Let's see here. Get CJ hammered. What? I actually have to work the next day. Just because Kent doesn't have to work on Friday, I have to show up. I don't know you guys. I don't know why it's get CJ hammered. All right. Dude, don't air quote me working. I work hard. Kathy DeGraw, how you doing? Good to see you in there. All right. What am I missing? I think we got to get CJ. Josh, you need to come over here and come on live. Pamela Jane, love the beards. Smoke Break BBQ, nice. Welcome. All right. Dude never put up on a Friday over a year now. Read Hobos. I'm going to put Hobo up on the screen. There we go.
No shit. Thank you, Hobo.
All right. Guys, let's meet our guests over here. We got Joe and Mike from Smoke Break BBQ Club Facebook group. Joe and Mike, say hi.
How's everybody doing?
How's it going?
Right on. All right, guys. I know this is a little bit different for you guys. Most of the people that we interview are YouTube creators, but Joe and I have been talking for a little bit, and I'm part of his Facebook group, and I really like what's going on over there. So I thought I'd give him an opportunity to come on here and advertise the group a little bit, and hope we can help it grow a bit. Tons of barbecue channels in our chat here, so I know they could all appreciate what you're doing over there for sure.
Done.
All right, let's get you ready for these hard-hitting questions.
I am ready.
All right, cool. All right, where are you from? I know it's a tough one. Where are you from? Where do you guys live? All that stuff. Where'd you grow up? Give us some background.
We are both right here from the small town of Grayling, Michigan, located kind of like in this area, the typical Michigan hand map. Little town. We both born and raised basically right here.
Right on. You never moved out, huh?
Nope.
Just dug there.
I went down to Mississippi for a while after Katrina. Started doing construction down there.
Right on.
And that's when I started smoking.
Right on. That's good stuff right there, man. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's talk about family life a little bit. You got married, kids, dog, cats, ferrets, whatever. Joe, go first.
Married. We just celebrated our 8-year anniversary on September 10th. So no kids, but 8 years happily married. My wife Heather. We live, like I said, we live right here in Grayling, and we got a couple of dogs. We got more smokers and grills than we do dogs, so we got that evened out. A nice little meat shop. I do some, I'm sure we'll get into it, but a little sausage making, smoking, all of that sort of stuff, and just kind of live a happy little life here in northern Michigan.
Very cool. What about you, Mike?
I'm married with 2 kids. I have an 8-year-old and a 2-year-old, and we got 1 dog, Max, and yeah.
All right, very cool. The next question I usually ask is, what's your real job besides YouTube creator extraordinaire? But obviously we're kind of away from that one. So talk about your meat shop, talk about making sausage, all that stuff. Plug it if you want. If you do online orders, let me know. We'll put your address in there. Talk about it.
Well, we're not quite to that point yet. I run a nice little kind of hobby right now that I'm working on turning into more of a full-time hobby, I guess you'd say. I do a lot of different things. It's called the Man Bear Meat Company, Man Bear Meat Co. I do a lot of different types of sausages, brats. Mike's holding up the bottle there. You can see the logo. That's a sauce that I make. All sorts of different types of things that I have on my list that I want to make that I haven't even really ventured into yet. But
right on.
Yeah,
Are you at any point ready or going to mass market it out so we could give it a shot?
Yeah, I mean, something like that. Right now, I'm kind of just, like I said, it's sort of just a hobby, but I'm kind of like working on getting all the health inspections, licensing, that sort of thing. Right now, it's kind of like a bunch of different recipes and things that have been handed down to me. My uncle used to run a company out of this same building called Haltgren Sausage, and it was fairly popular here locally. He had his brats and different meats out amongst the local restaurants and bars and stuff like that. I come from kind of a wrestling background. My dad ran the wrestling program, coached the high school team, and started our youth team here. And that all kind of ties together with our boosters and things. And my uncle that ran Haltgren Sausage here would always donate brats and things like that to support the team. So we kind of gained popularity locally through fundraising and things like that, through the, local wrestling team, high school, stuff like that. But he passed away, unfortunately, years ago. And I was fortunate enough to kind of try to jump in here and keep the things, keep things rolling the way he would have wanted them to go. So it's been a little bit of a learning curve for me. I've always enjoyed everything to do with smoking, barbecuing, sausage making. I spent years and years, growing up, like making beef jerky and things with the little kits you get from the store, and trying to figure out adding my own spices and trying to really learn how to do it. And spent quite a bit of time right down here where we're sitting now, learning different tips, techniques, things from him. So I have kind of a little strong backbone of Ken dropped his phone again.
I was trying not to laugh and interrupt, but it happens.
Kind of a good strong backbone of things here to get started off on, and I'm really excited to see what happens moving forward. I've got some cool things in the works down here myself. Mike helps me out a little bit down here when I need him to. Sometimes it's more than a one-man operation. Have my wife, my parents, my couple brothers. Everybody kind of lends a hand when I need them to, and it all really works out. So it's gonna all come together for me eventually. It'll be on Smoke Break. I post pictures on there from time to time of different projects I have going on down here, whether it's brats or summer sausage, or I'm making sauces and rubs and different things like that. So if you want to check it out, it'll definitely be in the Facebook group. You'll be able to kind of follow the progress along the way.
That's very cool, man. I think, if you work hard enough at something like this, you say you kind of, it's coming, it will. I think eventually all come together for you. And I love seeing people kind of follow their passion, follow their dreams about this stuff. So I applaud you at doing that, man. That's hardcore right there for sure. All right.
Thank you.
Mike, are you just the eye candy in the group, or what do you do, buddy?
I don't know. I like to post a lot, like to get on there and show all the types of food I do. And I'm getting excited now that winter's coming. My big thing is I like smoking cheese. And a lot of people seem to like it. And I just got this new cheese smoker, so I'm excited to try that out.
Very cool, very cool. What made you start doing the Facebook group, together, showing your wares type thing? What brought that all together?
Well, well, to kind of sidetrack from your question, to kind of make it come full circle, we work together every day. We spend a ton of time together, and we're always talking, everything. And, I joined a barbecue group on Facebook, and, so did he, and we hung out in there, and it was great. We loved it. And then, we were there for a really long time, still part of it in some ways. And just at work, basically, we started talking about like, man, what if we did this sort of thing? What could we do? We had kind of just different ideas and things that we thought we could kind of bring to the table. That's really kind of what got us going. One day we were working together and I said, we should just do it. Let's make our own Facebook group and, invite our friends and post our videos and recipes. And, he's got a bunch of really great recipes and I have some of my own, and we have some other buddies that have gotten involved. One of Mike's really good buddies, Tom, helps us out a bunch. He's one of our admin in Smoke Break BBQ Club. He's put some recipes out and always posting. We have some members that are always on helping us out, really support us. So we appreciate all you guys. If you're watching out there, I hope you are. But all in all, the way we got into this was passion and really just our love for smoking, grilling, and cooking meat. It's there's a lot of different people out there. There's a lot of different kinds of people that are into different things. And one of the common grounds that I can always find with people typically is it might not be smoking or barbecuing, but it's cooking and eating and,
right.
What you do, you understand
definitely.
The mixed drink, all of it, the whole package. So
yeah.
It's a great thing. So we wanted to just venture out and see what we could do. And we started up about 4 months ago, I believe. So we're actually as far as that goes, but we've created a pretty good following. We got a lot of friends and family, and we have, people that live next door literally, and people from, and one of our good members that comments all the time and is always participating in our giveaways is from Costa Rica and Canada. We have people from all over the place in our group now. So it's really cool to see it grow in such a short time frame. And we have some ideas of where we want to end up in the future. So I'm excited about all of that.
Right on. Now is starting up a little YouTube channel and showing the world your wares an idea? Because we'll bring you in, man. Ken, the first time he was on the hot seat, he only had 2 subscribers. So we basically forced him into being a YouTube creator. So it's always an honor for you guys.
If we start up, I'll count on having at least 2, you and Ken. So
there you go. Ken, what were you gonna say, Bob?
These guys just fucked me over.
How's that?
I used to have the record for the smallest YouTube channel on the hot seat, and these guys don't even have one. Not anymore. So I got.
Right.
Thanks
that's
a lot,
funny.
CJ. Yeah, Richard.
Yep. All right, guys. Before I ask you your questions, we got a couple more people in the house showed up. James from Amy McClain of Smokers. How you doing, brother? See your Papa C's in there. Todd's Tropicals. Mr. Michael Rizzi. Salud, my friend. How you doing? Grumpy old gringo. Pan Fry Stewart's in the house. How you doing, Pan Fry? Pan Fry was the first one to buy a Cooking with CJ logo hat. There's one up there. He put his order in. So Pan Fry, thank you for supporting the club. Appreciate you, brother. Guys, if you're not part of the group, this Facebook group, the Smoke Break BBQ Club, the link's down below. Hit show more. I know a lot of you guys are on Facebook. Check it out. Jump in there. A lot of good stuff. I've been following along. Joe, I had you booked for a few months now, and that's kind of how I got started. I got on that group, and then I thought about bringing you guys on because I know you guys are doing good things. So, guys, make sure you're doing that, being a part of that. All right, View to a Grill's in there. Johnny, what's up, brother? I think that kind of catches everybody up in the house. In the house. What do you guys got in your cups there? I keep seeing a cup going, getting drunk, and then getting out, and someone's filling it up for you.
Yeah. We have the go-to mixture here at Smoke Break BBQ. It's a little vodka. We got some Ciroc tonight. And the other, our mixer here this is kind of a custom blend we came up with, which I don't know, you guys can kind of see it up there. That's the slogan here at the Man Bear Meat Co. Custom blends. And this is one of them. This is a little squirt soda and orange juice and pineapple juice mixed in here that we're mixing with a little bit of that and some ice, of course.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No whiskey tonight. Will do.
Sorry, I got my crown for my shots, but I got a vodka mix in here too, so I'm with you. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Whoever's handing you drinks that's wife, I believe. I assume.
Yep, that's my wife.
If if you'd like to come in and be a part of this and say hi, we welcome all spouses.
Yeah, she could. Yeah. She was she set us up. I don't know how much of it all you can see, but we got a nice spread going here and some of that. Yeah. We'll get her in here.
All right. There she is. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Heather.
Well,
I'm the one that does the giveaways. You guys have probably seen me a few times.
Right on. Very cool. Welcome. I'm glad to see you on here. We always love having family and spouses and all that come on. So if you want to bring your dogs and kids on, we let them on too. We love seeing the family in there. But Miss Booger, the air fryer queen, just called you a cutie pie. So there you go. Let's see here. We got our first super shot of the night. We got one from T. Roy Cooks. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take from the bottle here. Kent, cheers to your health, brother.
There you go.
Got your little party shot glasses. I love it.
Let us get on board.
All right, get it poured. What is Kent? What is Dan counting? Oh, right on counter. Hey, screw you guys.
You're welcome.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Cheers.
We are ready. No cheers? Cheers. There was cheers.
Right on, T. Roy. There you go. I'll play along, damn it. All right.
Kris had a shot. Eastwind Farms, a shot is 2 ounces, CJ.
I got 2 ounces for Kris. All right. Jason from Easy Bake Barbecue just texted me and said he's running late. Got some work issues to deal with. So we miss you, Jason. Appreciate you in there, man. I understand work comes first. There's a question we always ask Joe and Mike, and it's from one of our regular watchers, Mega Fred Zeppelin. That's a YouTube channel also. And he always asks, what kind of music do you guys listen to? And are you playing any instruments, part of any bands, anything like that?
Yeah. I play the guitar a little bit. I dabble. I'm not, I'm not gonna sit here on your channel and strum you, to sleep or anything or
play steroids
like that. But yeah, no, but a little campfire guitar picking with the family. One of my callings back in the day was they'd all feed me beers, and then after I had enough of those, they'd put the guitar in my hands and say, hey, make a song about this, and I would do that. So that was something I did in the past. But as far as music goes, a little bit of everything, a little bit of country, a little bit of rock, a little bit of blues.
A little bit of 90s. I'm still stuck in the 90s alternative.
Yeah, that's fun with me too. The joke we always throw out there is I'm a big fan of Justin Timberlake. So if you guys, don't say that, I get quite offended.
Is that where you get the style from, the hat?
You know what? It's funny is I bought this hat or a hat like this in Vegas years ago because I was feeling, drunk. So and I decided to wear it in a couple of my first videos. And I swear if I did not wear it, I got so much shit that I just started wearing these hats all the time. And then I'd have like a different color hat than this hat, and then someone in the chat would be like, "You should wear the other hat." So I stuck with these hats. So I know Kent's terribly excited about the hat talk. All right, let's see here.
Shut up and drink, Bugger said. You missed a super chat.
I saw it. Pamela Jane dropped a $20 super shot in there. So cheers, guys. I'll try to give Kris more than 2 ounces.
Here we go. We got some mixers made up.
You better do it twice, CJ.
T-Roy loves his fedora. Cheers, y'all.
Ah.
Oh. All right. Well, you guys made it through the first round of the hard questions. I'm going to turn you over to that tall drink of water in the corner. Kent's going to ask you the questions, some questions from the chat. All right. Kent, take it away.
Here we go. Backwoods Gourmet wants to know if you guys make money on Facebook, and if so, how do you do it?
Right now we don't actually. We have basically based our entire Facebook group on promoting brands and giving back to our members. We try to just be a place to go for knowledge and for sharing and all of that. And we've worked with a couple of different companies to do some giveaways, and we honestly, we've just spent money. That's it.
Yeah.
One of these days we might figure out how to make money. We're not sure.
We feel your pain.
We're gonna lean towards making money someday, but right now it's just getting the people to follow, and everyone's been in it so far, wanting our swag and stuff. So
right.
That's why we do our weekend giveaways and stuff, just to get our name out there. It's cool to see people from all over the world holding up your company that you're starting, you know?
Gotcha. Oh, wait. Sorry, I can't say that. It's all right night.
It's right on. Right on. Get it right, John.
Whatever. All right. Next one. Enzo, son of a pizza man, wants to know if you guys have any beard grooming tips for him.
Tips?
I'll pass this one on to Mike. Mike's the beard guy. I'm just trying to fit in.
Yeah. You can get oils and balms and butters from all over the place. I got a buddy that has Southern Stubble Beard Company. That's one. And Hooligans is another. Couple ones I go to. You can find them on Facebook. But yeah, just put some oil in it for your skin and use the butter and balms to condition it, I guess. Keep brushing it. And you got to have tons of patience. That's the key.
Tons of patience. There you go. All right. Earlier, you had alluded to your sausage brat making. Kris at Blind Grilling wants to know, have you ever made a blue cheese brat, and what do you consider the craziest recipe for a brat you've made?
I actually, to answer that question, one of my favorite brats that I make, one of the ones that if I make most of my brats in 15 batches. If I grow, they'll obviously will be larger batches, but right now it's kind of small batch, 15 pounds at a time. And one of my favorite brats that I make, once I make a batch, they're gone within the week, is my bacon and blue cheese brat. For that specific recipe, I use, for all of my brat recipes that I add any cheese to, it's very important to use a high temp cheese, something that has a higher melting point, because if you just, say, go to the local supermarket and cut up a block of blue cheese or crumbles or a cheddar cheese, whatever you're going to put in there, it's going to have a much lower melting point. So what'll end up happening is that cheese will run through the meat. Like, you won't cut into that brat or bite into that brat and get that profile in there. The cheese will just kind of melt through, which a bad thing, but most of the time in sausage making, brat making specifically, it's always a high temp cheese. The craziest recipe, the craziest brat recipe I've ever made.
He makes all good ones, man. The Reuben's good, the Smokehouse, the Diablo Taco Bell one.
That might be the craziest one. I've made a lot of different recipes, but I'm a big heat freak, a big chili head. I like spice, so every time I go to Taco Bell, I get the hottest one, the Diablo sauce. And one of my buddies and I, drinking a couple of beers one night, had this idea that, well, we love this Diablo sauce, so let's put that in a brat. So for a few months, we saved our Diablo packets from Taco Bell. And what do you do with those? Well, naturally, you put them all in a bratwurst. So we took Diablo sauce and some high temp cheddar cheese and a little bit of taco seasoning, ground pork, bacon, everything in the mixer, some different spices, and made what we call the Diablo brat. So that, from there it went to, what else could we, you see these crazy, you guys know, you're YouTubers, you see these crazy YouTube channels with all these different creations of these fast food concoctions and things. So we spent a little bit of time looking at that sort of stuff and kind of brainstorming some ideas. And we still do that a little bit, try to figure out, like, you can buy a beer brat anywhere, jalapeno cheddar, all of the standard flavors, but what can we make that'll really just make people go, you did what? You put that in a brat? I got to try that. So I don't know. We've got some ideas. I've seen some even crazier stuff than what I've done so far. I've heard of people putting Skittles and gummy bears and crazy things like that into brats. I haven't been that daring yet, but we'll see.
Have you ever tried making a skinless brat?
A skinless brat?
Correct.
No, I haven't. I have never tried making a skinless brat. I wouldn't really know the first step. I mean, other than mixing the meat. But as far as casings go, I use all natural sheep casing and beef casings for brats, depending on what I'm making. If I'm making brats, I'm usually using like a 29, 32 millimeter size beef casing. Like my snack sticks, like we'll do some jalapeno cheddar, some ghost pepper, different things like that. That'll be a smaller size casing. Actually, like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but like a little bit bigger than your standard Slim Jim type casing. But I've never made a skinless brat. No.
Okay, I'm going to do some research on that for you. I have, one's 12 miles down the road, the other one's about 35, and they both make about 20 to 25 varieties of skinless brats. You cook them straight from frozen, and wow. If you put them on a smoker, they almost get like a fake casing or skin on them. So they're really.
I can see that.
They have a Pete, my buddy down the road here, my butcher. He makes a maple blueberry breakfast brat, and it's skinless.
Ooh. Sounds good.
I've done brats. I have done some what I called my spicy skillet, and then I did a French toast breakfast brat. It kind of started as a breakfast sausage, but then I had all these ingredients, so it ended up being more of a breakfast brat. I wanted to make a French toast flavored breakfast sausage, so instead of doing any artificial flavoring or anything like that, what I do is I just use pure ingredients. So I took an entire loaf of bread, made a whole loaf of bread into just French toast, and 1.5 eggs in a pan, scrambled them up, and cubed it all up into little bite-sized pieces, scrambled eggs, all that. Put it in the meat grinder, ran it all through there with my sausage, my bacon, my spices. I put a whole cup of pure maple right in there, mixed it all together, and it was a hit.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Don't let them lie to you. It was awesome.
Yep. I've done, I like to follow that same sort of stuff down here in the meat shop. I recently made a buffalo chicken brat, and versus just, you know, dumping your buffalo wing, you know, your buffalo sauce in there and whatever else. I took about 3 pounds of chicken wings and made buffalo wings and spent the time sitting there stripping it all off the bone, making sure I didn't get anything in there, put it all in there and ground it right in. Of course, added my buffalo sauce and everything on top of that to get the flavor I wanted to. But I'm a firm believer in if I'm gonna call something, you know, a buffalo chicken brat, it's definitely gonna have buffalo chicken wings in it. If I'm gonna make a, you know, a breakfast brat, it's gonna be a French toast breakfast brat or breakfast sausage. It's gonna have real French toast in it. The spicy skillet one I did had hash browns and scrambled eggs and fried bacon in it, and you know, cayenne pepper, jalapenos, all of that. I like to experiment.
I tell you what, I like the idea of that buffalo chicken brat. I think that would be killer for sure.
It was great.
Yeah, very good.
All right, CJ, I got about 4 more. How many you want?
You keep going. Let me introduce some people in the chat, then you go back to it. Joey B's in the house. Ken Rogers, Pull My Pork Barbecue. Chef Johnny's in the house. Texas style barbecue and cuisine. Chef Johnny, how you doing, buddy? North Texas barbecue addicts. Kenneth's in the house. Big Rome from Barbecue Grill Masters Empire. What's up, brother? LeprakonTV, one of our other moderators, is in the chat. Bottle Cap Barbecue, and then Rick from Rick's Barbecue and Specialties. Sorry, my allergies are killing me right now, so I'm trying not to like sniffle too bad in the microphone. But
you're doing good.
All right, go ahead, kid.
All right. Next one is from Jimmy Q. He wants to know, are you guys on Instagram also or not?
No, we're just Facebook for now. We've discussed venturing out into more, but like we said, we just started about 4 or 5 months ago. So right now it's just Facebook.
All right, fair enough. So you're not on, you guys are not on YouTube yet, but possibly?
No.
We're right in the early stages here. We really are. Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, all of those things are gonna happen. I feel like for us, we're just focusing on Facebook, one thing at a time. We do all sorts of fun stuff. If you're not already a part of Smoke Break BBQ Club, you should look it up on Facebook and join. We do all sorts of giveaways and contests from larger items, thermometers, and barbecue accessories, right on down to weekend giveaways with smoke break koozies and bottle openers, stickers, coasters, stuff like that.
All right.
I've put the link in there a couple times. So besides it being in the description below, I put it in the chat a couple times. And real quick, when you start your YouTube channel, do not film like this with your phone. This is how you film your YouTube videos. All right.
Good to know.
Just remember.
Yeah, we're definitely new to this. Definitely new to this being on YouTube thing.
You got to do it, man. You got to do it. All right, Ken.
You're helping us figure it out.
All right. Raspberry Rock finally asked a question that I can ask you guys, because before this, he was being a complete jackass and was this close to getting booed.
We love all our viewers.
Except for when Russell starts drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning, obviously. All right. When cooking or smoking chicken, skin on or skin off?
Skin on, man. You got to keep that moisture in there.
Locks in the moisture and inject it.
All right. Do you guys do any competition cooking at all?
Not yet, but we have been discussing it a lot lately, getting Smoke Break into it, and we're debating on doing. We have a Sabo canoe marathon, the biggest canoe race in the world here in Grayling, and we're gonna try next year to do a food cart there, I guess.
CJ, for the love of God, put Russell's comment on the screen. Oh my God.
Okay, hold on.
All right, because I'm just saying, if you get into these comps, you know, with a lot of times guys cook thighs and you want that bite through skin. So
we've cooked it on our own a few times. I just did it last week. If you get on Smoke Break BBQ, you'll see mine, and Joey's the one that kept telling me about it. So we do it from time to time with ourselves, but we just haven't gotten into an actual competition yet.
Okay.
Got to bite through skin.
Yeah, bite through skin it is.
Oh, sorry.
Well, here's the thing. They KCBS changed that now. They no longer
last week.
chicken thighs. So
you don't have to have the skin on anymore, right?
Correct. So, all right. I got Smokin' Joe, your question's coming up. I got one more before it. How far are you guys from GR?
We're about 3 hours. Not too far.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 hours. Just go up 131 to 72 and head east.
So does that mean you like go like this and like that way?
Yeah.
Up and over.
All right. Let's see. Smokin' Joe's Pit Barbecue. If money were no object, what smoker or cooker would you buy?
Ooh, you know, right out of the gate, the first thing that came to my mind, which is a group of guys that seem like really, really great guys. And I've only ever been associated with them from being a fan on Facebook and looking at their page. Actually, there's a couple of them. The two that I would like to mention, if money wasn't an object and I wanted someone to build me a smoker, I would either look at Slingin' Steelers. Maybe you guys are familiar with them. If you're not, you should check those guys out on Facebook. They don't know me, but you should check them out because they do a great job from what I have seen. And then Yoder. Everybody knows Yoder. I would have one of those two guys, and I've always wanted a, pull behind the truck, stick burner, pit style, something with a rib box. Maybe I see guys putting sink setups and burners, deep fryers, things like that. All the bells and whistles. That's what I want to have.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there you go. Finally, somebody answered with Yoder. So
Yoder.
You probably just gave Smokin' Joe. You probably just gave him a little bit of a chubby. Just saying. Louis Calamatis in the house. Hi,
Louis Calamides in the house. What's up, Lou? How you doing, brother? We got Hugo Vera's in there. Grumpus on Fires in the chat, and the Dawgfatha's Barbecue. Alton, another Yoder lover, I guess you call it, Yoder supporter. I like that Yoder.
Yeah.
That was it, the Y640 or something like that. What they were using in the video.
Yeah. I seen they just, I believe it was them. They just started coming out with some pellet fed stuff, some electric stuff, right?
Yeah, I think that's what Alton was using too. That one. It looks really freaking good. It goes up to 500 degrees. he was doing the dang thing on the flank steak. So
there's a guy up here. If I get a Yoder, I'm getting what Fergie Q has. It's on its own trailer. I think it's Yoder 1200 or something like that. And that thing's a beast. It's huge. It's as big as my whole hog cooker, CJ.
Oh wow, that's insane, man.
It's huge. So, all right, I'm done for now. Back to you. I'm on break.
Cool. You're taking your Union 15. Soul Food Cooking's in the house. How you guys doing, Robert, Barbara? Hope you guys are all doing well. Yoder YS 1500. Alton's saying Lone Star Grills though. Mrs. CJ's in the chat. Hi, honey. Good to see you in there, baby. Glad you're supporting me. Let's see here. Yeah, the Lone Stars. I think the Lone Stars versus Yoder is going down right now. It's like East Coast with West Coast, Biggie Tupac shit going on. All right. Well, let me read my next couple of questions I normally ask. How did you get started on YouTube? How long have you had your channel? What's some advice you'd give to someone doing YouTube? So these questions are no bueno. Until when you guys start your YouTube channel, we're getting your asses back on here.
Yeah.
But CJ, it's really good to see that you put your heart and soul into preparing for this one.
Hey, listen, I have one set of questions. I can't go outside my box. God damn it.
Never change.
That's why I have the chat. That's why I pay you so much, Kent. I can't go outside my box. Speaking of my box, hey Mrs. CJ, how you doing? Oh, sorry. Oh, that's just not right. Cooking with Corey, how you doing, bro? I think Mrs. CJ should put a super shot in the chat since she's there. It's only $20, honey. Hey, Jason, Simple Man Barbecue, how you doing, man? Sorry again about the sniffling. Nose is running like crazy. So, we talked about the cookers you want. What about the cookers you have? What are you rocking in the backyard or on your cooks?
I'm a big I stick to my Weber 21-inch. That's my favorite. I smoke on it and grill on it. And then I just got my new Oklahoma Joe Highlander stick burner, which I absolutely love. It's
you got Kent's vote in there. That's what Kent has.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good one. I just got it about a month ago, and I've done a few things on it, but I usually stick to my Weber. I'm a strong believer in the Weber kettle.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing you want to do with that Oklahoma Joe, and Meathead has a quick video of it. Meat Cranium Barbecue and Review on his mods, what he did on his simple mods. I went a little different with mine. I made mine out of steel, but you can get both sides of that Highland within 5 degrees of each other. So go check that out if you have time.
Okay, definitely.
Or if you got CJ's number, he'll give you mine. Call me and I'll show it to you.
Okay, yeah, I'll get a hold of him.
We'll share info after we go live. I don't want to give out your phone number on with all these characters in the room. I went live from Vegas a couple months ago and said what room I'm in, and then I had crank calls from Eastwood Farms while we're live. So never give out personal information on the hot seat. Yes, I don't know how Mr. CJ put 99 cents in there, but thanks, honey. Appreciate you. Should have put $20. So rude.
There you go, baby doll, just for you.
All right, Joe, what are you cooking on, bub?
Like Mike said, I got my Weber kettle out there. That's a good go-to. I feel like everybody's got to own one of those things. It's just a staple. And then aside from that, I have it's a Pit Boss vertical. I honestly don't know what the model and all the details are, but the thing is the real deal. It holds right around 40 pounds of pellets, I believe, in the back. And as far as like ease of use. Those electric pellet fed smokers are kind of the way to go. I know I'll sit here and have a ton of people, saying, oh, you gotta have the stick burner. You gotta, you're cheating if you're doing that sort of thing. It's charcoal or, your stick burner, your offset or nothing, which I totally agree. You get a whole different level of flavor with that. But for a working man, to be able to set that thing and press play and not worry about it for a couple hours at a time, it's awesome. And other than that, I've got my, trusty old propane grill, which I probably shouldn't even have said that. I know the kind of grief you get for owning one of those things, but I'll tell you what, that thing's it's been around for a while and she's seasoned well.
You know what, dude? It's okay. The grilling's grilling, barbecue's barbecue. We all come together over food. We've all done great things on a gas grill. I want a pellet grill one day too. Not exactly willing to pay for it, but if someone were gonna give me one, I'll definitely take it. But there's people in the chat that has the pellet grills for sure. So,
yep, love them.
I love Rick said propane. If they had a YouTube channel, he'd unsubscribe.
See, I knew I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah. Thomas from Michigan's in there. That's his actual channel name. It was Thomas from Michigan. So, guys, I have a propane grill, and when you're looking for fast, get them chicken grilled up real quick or something like that, hey, I get it 100%. So, I actually, when I first got started in the YouTube game, I reached out to T-Roy and asked how I could smoke on my gas grill. So he was the one that told me about the smoke boxes. So, using the wood chips and little smoke box. So I'm with you. And the Weber kettle, I don't think there's anybody that disagree with you guys on the Weber kettle in the chat. I think everybody loves their kettle. You can do so much with it. Propane, no. Yeah, I haven't done videos on my propane, my gas grill for a long time, just because of that. I don't want to get unsubscribed.
CJ, you want to know the secret?
What's that, Bill?
I got an $800 Weber gas grill sitting out back. I haven't used in 3 years. It doesn't even have a bottle under it.
I'm telling you, I have a Weber gas grill, and we're gonna actually give that one away. But I just got a Royal Gourmet combination grill. It's a gas grill and a charcoal grill together. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to wrap my mind around that one. But Jimmy Q said he'll take it. There you go. All right, drive to Iowa, Jimmy. All right. Let's see here. All right. So here's a question I love asking, and it's a playoff, so everybody in the chat gets involved on it. I guess I can't really direct it towards your channel, but if Hollywood were going to make a movie about Joe and Mike in their pursuit of barbecue glory, who would play Joe and Mike? What famous Hollywood actor is going to play you guys? The Duck Dynasty guys. I love it.
Ooh, yeah. That's a tough one. That's actually a tough one. I don't know. I don't know who would play Mike, but I feel like maybe I'd be somewhere around like maybe if Seth Rogen grew a beard, something like that, kind of like the funny, like, yeah, I'll take some sticks, funny guy. What do you think?
I don't know. I know people on there probably say Duck Dynasty.
Yeah. Someone said that.
Yeah.
All right. Big Rome dropped 10 on it. Thanks a lot, Big Rome. Appreciate you, brother. It's anybody else? Usually we have a lot more people jumping in there. BC Seasons owners. We lost Kent. Louis CK. I don't know how, but Louis CK. He must have actually probably got a phone call. Louis CK for Joe. I think that.
There you go. I can see it.
I think that covers it. Not too many people are playing in on this one.
I've actually had a lot of people tell me I resemble Brad Pitt, but you know.
Yeah, that's a close one.
Yeah, I feel like it.
I'm gonna go see his new movie tomorrow. I'll let you know for sure on Monday. Like I'll pull up your picture on Facebook and like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Uncle, there you go. Kent, you alive? You okay, bud?
My phone's overheating.
Oh no. Let's see. Smith Brothers. Grumpus on fire said brother. Okay, there you go. You guys look like extras on Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, I can see it. Let's see here. Uncle Steve. Actually, that's a question. I don't want to get my pen flipped on me. Uncle Steve Shake put a question in there. Hey, another thing. I have a picture board, behind the computer here. So Uncle Steve Shake, there you go. I got your deal up there. You're up on the picture board right next to the fam. So there you go. See, Chef Johnny said birds are clean. The blood is off his hands, so now he can type. Well, good job. You keep falling down. Let's see here. There you go. All right. Kent, do you have any questions yet, or do you want me to keep going?
No, I got quite a few, actually.
All right. Jump in there, buddy. All
right. Speaking of Uncle Steve Shake, he says, what can you not stuff in a brat? What's one ingredient you'd never put in a brat?
What about fruit?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I've had cherry brats and pineapple brats that were good.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'd say you can put fruit in it.
One of the things that I would add from experience is nothing specific, but one of the things in sausage making and brat making is nothing that has a ton of water, nothing with a ton of moisture. You can add, like your onions, your jalapenos, add those right in there raw, and they cook down really nice inside the casing and make a nice juicy brat. But if you put something in there that has a moisture, like more than that, it can mess with the texture when you're eating that. Like I've
too much beer.
Yeah, I've experimented with like adding, doing beer brats and really trying to get as much flavor as I could out of that beer brat and add just a little too much. And then it ends up, a brat is always good if you ask me. It's hard to mess up, but if you add a little too much beer, you end up with a little different texture, something that adds too much moisture. I would probably stay away from.
So you're talking about adding beer to it, not drinking while you do the sausage making.
Right. Yeah. Well,
so drinking while you're doing the sausage, it might not be a prerequisite. All right. Real quick, Chef Johnny said he has 50 doves in the freezer now. I guess they just went on a hunt. Time for a video. So everybody look forward to some dove videos from Chef Johnny. That's hardcore right there. 50 doves. Wow. All right, Ken, get back to it, bud.
All right. You guys both mentioned Weber kettle. Big Rome wants to know, do you guys, either or both of you, have the Santa Maria attachment for your kettle?
I don't know. Neither of us do, actually. I have the only attachments, the only things that I use for my Weber kettle is I have the Master Touch series, and I bought the Pizza Stone, which if anybody has that Master Touch series, the middle of the grate comes out, you set that thing right down on there. You can't beat a good, I call it a wood-fired pizza on that Weber kettle. You really can't beat it. Throw a couple of chunks of cherry or apple or something down on there. I like to do, fresh mozzarella, basil, tomato, a little bit of, garlic sauce, stuff like that. and add a little bit of smoke on there, some jalapenos, whatever you want, spice it up. But as far as my Weber kettle cooking goes, that pizza stone, and then Vortex, indirect heat, the Cyclone, the deal that you put on there, it looks like a little volcano. I always tell people, you put that thing on there, put your charcoal in the chimney, get it going, and then line up those chicken wings around there. CJ knows all about air fryers.
We actually got one of those going on a giveaway in Smoke Break.
Yep.
When you join our page, get in the giveaway for sure.
Yep. And that Vortex basically turns it into that. You get nice crispy wings right off your wing. But as far as the Santa Maria, nope, I don't own one.
All right. One thing I want you guys to know, we just had royalty jump in the chat.
I saw him.
Sir William of Purvis Chicken Fried Barbecue. Bill, you're not late. You're just not as early as the rest of us, brother. Welcome. So,
you've been blessed by barbecue royalty. Guy's a great competition cook, and obviously we don't call him Sir William. His name's Bill. He's a great dude, but he jumped in the chat right there. So
how's it going, Bill? Glad to have you, Sir William.
Sir William.
Stay
So full of it. I love it.
I know Bill's not having the best of weather right now, so.
That's right. Is he in the areas getting flooded right now?
Hopefully he's up on a hill. He's gonna need to be. So.
Yeah, right.
All right. Pit Life Barbecue wants to know what got you guys started into barbecuing.
What you got?
I started when I moved down to Mississippi, and it was just me, and I had 5 roommates, and my dad had taught me how to barbecue, or I watched him barbecue rather, back in the day. And then when we were down there, none of those 5, or cook for that matter. So I just started barbecuing, and that's when I got my first pit smoker. And we used to do it opposite. We'd stay up all night drinking and smoking meat and get up at 6 in the morning and eat it. That's when I started.
That's awesome. Yeah, eat when you're hungry, damn it. Throw the water.
Yeah, you know.
It doesn't matter. So
we'd make it till about 3 or 4 and then pass out and get up, and then it was done by that point.
There you go. CJ, new guy in the chat.
Mr. Phil's in the house.
Yes, he is. Daddy Cooks, welcome, brother.
Daddy Cooks is in the house all the way from parts unknown. Daddy, make sure you're keeping an eye on that 6, buddy. We can't wait for you to get home soon.
Very soon, he says.
Oh, I see that. There you go.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Raspberry Rock wants to know, what's the most worst smelling thing you ever barbecued but tasted awesome?
You know, for me, I have like, up here in Michigan, we do a lot of like bird hunting, wild game hunting, stuff like that. I've had some like pheasants, woodcock, stuff like that, right along the lines of smoked fish, like smoked brown trout, things like that, that kind of, a person that didn't like that real wild game smell or taste, it might give them like an off-putting odor, or even fish. But for the most part, when you're barbecuing, smoking, the whole neighborhood knows, and they're knocking on your front door because it smells so good.
Yeah.
So not a lot of things, but maybe something like that.
Woodcock, nice. All right. Pit Life also wants to know, are you guys low and slow or hot and fast when it comes to barbecue?
Low and slow, 225.
Low and slow.
Good enough. Cuff and Stuff Barbecue wants to know, what's your favorite or go-to barbecue sauce?
We do.
We differ on this one.
Yeah.
I'm a Sweet Baby Ray, Sweet Bedelia.
We have been. If you've been a part of Smoke Break BBQ Club, you have seen some of our giveaways, and you've seen a company, a barbecue company on there by the name of Butcher Barbecue. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with those guys. I actually have some of the Butcher Barbecue pork injection right there in hand.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Butcher Barbecue.
You got it. That's what I like. That's what I like to use. Any stuff, top notch. Yep. There you go.
And I got more.
Well, the myth 11 legend, Dave Bauska. I will ride and die with his sauces, rubs, injections. He's been nice enough to send some stuff our way. We've been able to put some of it out to Smoke Break BBQ Club members. We've done a couple different things with him. One of them was a brisket combo. One of them was a dry rub giveaway. He does a great job at everything he does, and we have been very fortunate to have him help us out. So I would say that. What's your barbecue?
He's definitely good. But this man right here also makes a custom blend called Joe's Devil Blend. And I'll tell you, it's sweet and spicy.
Well, then, Joe, we have to compare because I have a sweet heat I make also.
We'll have to.
I'll tell you what, you send them both to me. I'll let you know how it goes.
You can kiss my ass.
There we go. That's another YouTube video. You can review the sauces.
another guy or company that I like using other than vodka is these guys. It's Suckle Busters. It's really good too. So there's some.
Not for actually. I have not had anything from them.
I encourage you to try it. It's pretty good. There's so many out there, good rubs, but
there are
what works for you in your area. So
yeah,
around where I'm at, I'm about 11 hours from you guys. I'm straight west of you in Iowa, and everything's KCBS style around here, so it's more of the sweet barbecue. You know what I mean? So
yep.
And yeah, there's Joe chiming in with Victory Lane, of course.
We all love Victory Lane, Joe. We wanted Victory Lane to be a part of this, but Joe keeps blowing smoke that he has connections. Like, he knows people at Victory Lane. So, if he's going to put up or shut up, we have a sponsor on here. One thing I did forget, and it's my bad, but there we go. We got your logos on there.
Yeah.
There you go.
There it is.
Set up.
Barbecue Club.
Yep. I usually do that. I usually add it right after the first round of questions that I ask and give it over to Kent. And then Kent's beauty just distracted me too much tonight, so I forgot about it.
You're gonna make me get the gun out. You keep blowing smoke.
Yeah.
All right. Bottle Cap, you've been away a while, buddy.
Yeah.
We're not on YouTube.
We're not on Google Hangouts anymore. We're doing big things over here. We got a real streaming service and the whole bit.
All right. Two more.
Good.
Since he actually asked a decent question, I'm going to ask it. If you guys could have one company sponsor, who would it be?
Ooh, there's so many good ones out there. One company sponsor. I feel like the main thing that any pitmaster or YouTuber or Facebook barbecue club guy would want is more grills, more smokers, more sauces and rubs.
I'd be Weber myself. I love my Weber. I'm a ride and die Weber fan.
Yeah. Weber, to tell you the truth, I feel like we have one of the best ones. like I mentioned before, the Butcher Barbecue is awesome.
That's true.
Love those guys.
He helps out a bunch for sure.
If we had a, anything with, like Mike said, Weber, Yoder, Sling and Steel, or there's so many other good ones out there. Oklahoma Joe does a pretty good job for for most all of us. Something like that. I guess the question's actually pretty hard because I can't pick one.
Right.
All right. Have you guys ever spoken directly with David?
Yeah. I talked to him a few times. Always via Facebook and text and stuff like that. But he's a hands-on guy. He, as far as I can tell, he is always in there knowing everything that's going on. He talks to me quite a bit. We keep in touch, and he does a great job at everything he does. To kind of veer a little bit away from that question, but kind of not. When I first reached out to David, we were maybe a month Smoke Break BBQ Club, and we had probably 200 members. And having a little bit of like retail and kind of experience in this sort of thing, I thought, we want to do these giveaways. Let's reach out to some people. And so I put a word out to a few different people, and of course I got the, we're not doing anything right now. Some of them didn't respond, but David was one of the first ones to message me back and say, let me check it out. And he did, and he said, yeah, this looks really cool. I like what you guys are doing, and it's all he really loves barbecue. He really loves what he's doing. You can tell he's passionate about it, which is one of the things that keeps us going with Smoke Break, is that we want to encourage people to barbecue, smoke, get out there and do everything, hands-on. So we like to be interactive, and Dave was one of the first guys to say, yeah, let's do this. I'll help you guys out. And, looking back at it now, still we haven't been around forever like a lot of people. We don't have 1 million members or anything like that. It still makes me just kind of go, man, that guy's awesome. He really helped us out, and he continues to, and we really, really appreciate that. So
all the stuff is great too. I haven't had anything from him that's not good.
That's awesome. Now, remember this conversation for later, because CJ is going to ask you a question a little later on, and I think what we just talked about there is going to be the right answer for you. So, Grumpus on Fire wants to know, have you had any bratwurst failures?
That's one of the things that I guess goes with anything, trial and error. And a lot of what I do, like I'd previously mentioned, is all of this kind of fell into my lap probably 4 years ago-ish, something like that. I've always kind of been involved, but not to this same level as far as my sausage brat meat company. It was all an interpretation of recipes and kind of reading between the lines and figuring things out on my own. So yeah, I've definitely had some things where I thought, okay, well, I'm going to add, this much or that much, and I'll up spices and things like that. And I've never had anything turn out to where it's like I have to throw it away, but I've had some things turn out kind of, I should do this, I should do that. But I've been at it long enough now, that I've kind of got all of that out of the way, I hope. So.
He's all good. Everything he makes is good. He's lying to you otherwise.
All right. Raspberry Rock, CJ, this is the last question I have. Wants to know, what are the YouTubers you guys watch?
As far as cooking and stuff like that goes, I'm cooking with CJ. I've watched a lot of his stuff just because of our acquaintance on, Smoke Break and on, your Facebook page and YouTube channel, things like that. I watch a little bit of stuff from, I guess, just your common names. I guess I would say in the barbecue world, Steven Reichlin, Big Mo Kaysen. You mentioned Meathead earlier. I've seen some of that stuff they're doing on their master classes and stuff. Hey Grill Hey, Susie Bullock. I watch a little bit of that stuff here and there. As far as like, I guess your YouTuber type guys, CJ and whatever else looks good, Food Beast, all of the other crazy stuff you see on there. Like I mentioned, I like to look at all of that creative, what happens if we put this together with this and that. So, yeah.
Very cool.
All right. Alton, Dawgfatha's Barbecue slipped in one. CJ, more of a comment. He goes, guys, he loves your evolution of barbecue shirts. He wore one. He has the same shirt, wore it on the video, and he had people hitting him up all over the place trying to find out where to get them. So,
I love it. That's one of my favorite shirts for sure.
Mine too.
All right, I'm back on break.
They're back on break. All right. Well, I just got a handful of questions left. We're going an hour and a half so far. I hope you guys are doing okay. Usually, about an hour into it, I'll check on the guest, but he was talking. I didn't want to interrupt because God forbid I interrupt Kent while he's talking. He gets so pissy about that.
You're goddamn right.
See, that's the only time anybody's going to hear him this whole fucking time. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you could cook with anybody in history, who would you want to cook with? Start with you, Joe. Alive or dead? All right.
Ooh.
Man, I didn't hear the last part there, but a lot of my knowledge doesn't go really too far back. I can't think of anybody dead. But if I could cook with anybody, I would probably pick maybe I don't know, a couple names come to mind. Maybe Aaron Franklin, maybe Big Mo. Shoot, man, if I could really throw it back to what we've been talking about a little bit here and there with my the Man Bear Meat Company stuff. If I could throw it back a couple of years and cook with my Uncle Mike and make some brats down here in the shop, that would be great. But
what about you, Mike? Anybody in history, alive or dead, who you want to cook with?
Really hard to say. I'm just gonna stick close to home and probably just grill with my dad one more time. Is what I would want to do.
That's awesome, man. I love hearing when they put family in there. For sure.
Yeah.
My grandmother was a little Sicilian lady, cooked up a storm, and I would love to. Obviously, she's passed away. I'd love to cook with her right now and let her see what we're doing every week over here too. And she would have definitely been part of this for sure. So I'm sure of it.
Very cool.
All right, brother.
Definitely.
We talk. Usually, there's a question I ask about what channels you watch, but we just kind of went through that. Not that we hope either one of you are going away anytime soon, but what would your last meal be?
My opinion, man, there's not much better than a perfectly cooked brisket, a little bit of mashed potatoes, some good gravy on the side, maybe some Brussels sprouts, something like that on there. Can't go bad with the good steak night either. I don't know.
Steak night, yeah.
Yeah. T-bones, garlic bread, brisket.
Good filet or some ribeye.
Oh, hell yeah. Sounds good. I got a couple people throw in there. Big Rome said his would be tacos. So mac and cheese. Yep. Guys, I'm with you. For me, a ribeye, big old steak, freaking big old lobster tail, a bunch of butter, mac and cheese, all that good stuff, man. All right. Okay, so you're eating your last meal. Sky's the limit. What would be your go-to drink? Money's no object. What are you drinking?
I'm a simple man. I would have probably bottom shelf, something like a Kamchatka, vodka, and some Diet Squirt, and some ice.
You too, Mike, or you got a little bit more fancy?
I'd do that, or I'd go with my go-to beer, a Two Hearted.
Oh yeah,
right on.
Gotta go with the
Two Hearted from Bell's. If no one's had it, it's a good IPA.
I say Maker's Mark.
I love it. Let's see here. John, Big Cat 305 said Johnny Blue. I'm with Big Cat. I love me some Johnny Blue, especially with a good cigar. I was actually going to do the show outside today. It was such a beautiful day here in Southern California, and I was going to set it up outside, have a cigar while we talked, but it was just a little too breezy out there, and I didn't want to have microphone issues or whatever.
It's roasting in here. We had fans and air conditioning. I had my big exhaust vent going on the wall. We turned all that. I turned off the freezer, everything. It's hot down here. It's like 80-something degrees. I know that's probably not hot for a lot of people, but here in Michigan in September, 80 degrees is roasting. I'm sweating.
No, that's pretty much what it was here today. Nice light breeze. Birds were singing. It was all good. Helga's Pennsylvania cooking. How you doing, Helga? Good to see you in there. I saw Rowdy Smoke in there too. I think I saw a couple other people. Josh and Babe are back. Welcome. Mama Julie Cooks, how you guys doing? Kent, are you going to explain the pin flip to Kathy when I go back to you?
Well, you got nothing to come back to right now. Kathy, I'll do it right now. The pin flip is my way of signaling CJ that he don't just piss me off. So there you go.
When I interrupt Kent, which is the worst thing one person on earth could do, he throws his pin in the air. So there you go. All right. Here's a question that'll probably get you guys all stumped and riled up, but don't put too much thought into it. Just go with your gut. Say what's on your mind first off, okay?
Right on.
Who would be on your personal Mount Rushmore? So 4 people you love and admire, you want to put up there. Don't overthink it. Don't forget your wives. Go.
Oh, man. I'd have to say I'm a big football guy, man. I'd have to say you got to put Peyton Manning up there somewhere. And I'm a Lions fan. We're right here in Michigan. Maybe Barry Sanders. It's football season. That's where my head's at right now. Shoot, dude.
Yeah, that's a tough one, you know?
It really is.
It screws people up, but it throws people off.
I got a couple football players. I don't know other than that.
I'm going to say put Abraham Lincoln up there. Just because he's the first president with a beard.
There you go.
I don't know if that's a fact, but tonight it is.
It's a fact.
That's got to be a fact. Someone Google that shit. Kent.
I just heard it today.
Sorry, guys. I have to tell you, you boys had the wrong answer. That's all I got to say.
What's he got up there? Oh, he's got Green Bay up there.
Yeah.
Who dat?
All right. So neither one of you want to put the wives up on your Mount Rushmore, huh?
Oh, I mean, I thought you said that before you gave us a chance to answer, so I felt like they were already there. You know?
Oh, okay, good. Usually we have to kind of cough in our hands, like wife, whatever. Don't forget the wife. Yeah. Especially since you're literally standing behind the camera. So, all right. Sin 1000, my only Patreon member. How you doing, brother? Good to see you in there. Black and Gold here. Kathy must be a Saints fan, and that's okay. All right.
No. She's an Iowa Hawkeye fan.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That was a close one last weekend, huh, Kent?
Yeah, a little too close. A little too close for comfort.
Yeah. I'm gonna get. Can you send me an Iowa cup? I'm gonna start rooting for the Hawkeyes. My freaking Trojans are letting me down. Something awful.
All right, you got it.
All right. I'll root for the Hawkeyes.
There you go.
All right. You guys, we've come to the end. No more questions left. One question left. Kent, go ahead.
All right, Josh and Babe want to know, can we get a couple of predictions for the weekend from them? I'm assuming they're talking about football. So, who the Lions got this week?
The Eagles.
How they gonna do?
Oh, we're gonna win. You know we're gonna win. I mean, last week, if any of you guys watched,
Undefeated.
we are undefeated.
You okay
And the
over there?
Chargers,
Yeah, man. The chair gave way.
the Chargers tried to do everything they could to let us win that game, and we still almost messed it up. So as long as the Eagles do that, we're gonna win.
All right.
Brady's going to win.
Yeah, Brady's gonna win. If they don't go undefeated this year, I'll be damn surprised.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to him.
On the other side, are the Dolphins even going to win a game this year?
No.
No.
They traded
They're gonna
everybody.
go 0-16.
They're gonna get one. They're gonna get one.
You think
Hell,
they'll
they might
one?
get two.
I think
They're gonna get a couple.
They've mailed it in. They don't care.
Yeah, they've
They're gonna get a couple.
they've gotten rid of all their good players, and they're going for draft picks for next year. They're going to have like 24 draft picks next year.
If they don't get a couple of wins, they're gonna get Tua. So Tua wins or Tua, you know.
Let's see. Josh and Babe are heading to Vegas this weekend, so they're going to bet on football. Oh, you guys are going to Vegas? I wish I would have known. We don't have the kids this weekend. Maybe I'll have to talk to Mr. CJ.
Well,
Maybe,
it's not like you have to work tomorrow.
Oh, they're going on Saturday. So Cowboys are beating the Patriots 2 times this year, once in the regular season and once in the Super Bowl. I doubt it. I can't see anybody beating the Pats. I swear.
I think you know what? It's going to remind me of the year that the Giants beat them in the Super Bowl with like a 15-5 record, and New England ended up 18-1.
Who's winning right now? It's Thursday night football, right? We got the
Titans and Jags.
Who's winning right now? Anybody know?
I do not have the game on because I'm watching the Cubs-Cardinals series.
Why is Eastwood telling you to shut the F up?
Because he's like Johnny Mags. Patriots.
Fair enough. Them New England guys gotta keep going in there.
Boom. There you go.
All right, guys. Just tied them out. That's awesome. All right, guys. That's it. No more questions. Guys, I appreciate you being on. I'll let you guys say your goodbyes 1 second. If you guys haven't joined the group already, hit show more down below. If you have Facebook and join the Smoke Break BBQ Club, get in on that. They're doing some great things over there for sure. Kent, say your piece on the way out, brother.
All right. Hey, great job tonight, guys. Appreciate you coming on. Hopefully we get a lot more people over to your Facebook group. That would be awesome. So thank you very much, and great job, guys.
Thanks, Kent.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Right on. Mike, Joe, want to say anything on the way out, brother? Guys.
Thanks for having us on. We appreciate it. It was a good time. You guys were great. It was a lot of fun. And hey, check out Smoke Break BBQ Club. And like we always say on the page, smoke them if you got them.
Smoke them if you got 'em. I love it. All right, guys. You done good. I appreciate you guys coming on. You know, it can't always be, you know, it's not always YouTubers. I want to talk to anybody who's interesting, and you guys are definitely interesting to talk to. So I'm excited you guys were on. Stick around and don't leave the studio just yet. Guys, next week's guest, we finally get to see the face that goes along with the torso.
Hands.
The hands. There you go. Rexy from Cooking with Rexy is going to be on next Thursday, so make sure you guys tune in. If you guys want to jump in the hangout for a couple minutes or whatever, message me and I'll send you the link. I don't know how long we'll be on there, but I can fit another couple people in there, so message me if you want to jump in. Other than that, guys, that's it. Thank you for the super shots that were dropped in the chat. What, Kent?
What's your normal last question?
Yeah. Well, they're not YouTube type people. So, like, okay, who would you like to see on the hot seat?
Who would we like to see on the hot seat?
That's usually my last question. But
What's the hot seat?
Ron.
Oh,
this is what you're on.
oh, my bad, bro.
Man, I you know, tell you the truth, there's a lot of great companies out there. I think you guys should try to get Bauska on here.
Yeah.
All right, put a good word in for me, all right?
Yeah, I will.
Cheers.
All right. Feel better, Kent?
Yes, very good. Finally, you did something right tonight. I'm proud of you.
Finally. Let's see here. All right. That's it, guys. That was a good one. Good one. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for the super chats. Y'all take care, okay? We're going to end the broadcast now. Cheers. All right. And we're almost